Good morning, everyone. This is Vishwamit Kumar. Today, I'm just telling you the rest part of the uh, chapter. Let's work together. I already tell you this is the speech of Kailash Satyarthi. So here is Kailash Satyarthi. Furthermore, the speech. I refuse to accept that all the temple and mosques, churches, and prayer houses have no place for the dream of our children. Kailash Satyarthi refused all the religions, temples where the peoples are worships for God. They said, I didn't accept those places where there is no place for the children for the dream of our childrens. They also told, I refuse to accept that the world is so poor when just 1 week of global spending on armies is enough to bring all of our children into classrooms. Also, see, he refused the global spending on armies. I mean, you just hear about some countries, president and prime minister spending lots of money on their weapons like and armies, many more for the defense of their country. Spend lots of money. So Kailash Satyarthi didn't accept these all such type of activities of the president and peoples. I mean the prime ministers, where there is no classrooms. मैं ऐसे देश को या फिर ऐसे जगह को नहीं पसंद करता हूँ जहाँ पे संसार में इतने सारे लोग गरीब है बच्चे, जहाँ पे कोई इवन क्लासरूम ना हो पढ़ने के लिए. I refuse to accept that all the law and constitution and judges and the police are not able to protect our children. मैं उसे भी accept नहीं करता हूँ, उसे भी refuse करता हूँ. I refused those all these things where the children is not protected, जहाँ पे बच्चे protected नहीं हैं. I refuse to accept that the shackles of slavery can never be stronger than the quest for children, quest for freedoms. I refuse to accept. I refuse these all things, such I said before. आज भी आप देखेंगे, today you can watch here and there, I mean you can see some children are working like cleaning of plates, serving people in a hotel, and many more work. I mean tough work they do like a labor. They had a age to study and take education, and in spite of they are doing the serving of the peoples. They are doing laboring. So this is a very shameful for us. ऐसा कौन बोल रहा है? Who was said like this? Kailash Satyarthi speak. Okay, याद रखिएगा, कैलाश सत्यार्थी ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. I am privileged to work with many courageous souls who also refuse to accept we have never give up against any threat and attack, and we never will. Undoubtedly progress has been made in the last couple of decades. The number of out of the school children has been halved. Dear, what type of development is doing here all around us? And where there is no more the development for children's. This all said by Kailash Satyarthi. So point to be noted. This I am not saying, but I appreciate their views. I mean his views. Whatever he raised their voice, I am favor with him. Amen. कल्याण सत्यार्थी कहते हैं कि प्रोग्रेस दो मतलब आई मीन लास्ट कपल ऑफ द डेकेड से हो रहा है, बट स्कूलों की कमियां होती जा रही हैं। तो ये कैसा डेवलपमेंट है? विच टाइप ऑफ डेवलपमेंट वी जस्ट सी? ये कोई डेवलपमेंट है? We already know that the base of any country is education for children. I mean, the children is our future, but where there is no defense, I mean there is no security for the children's, and there is no facility for education in any country, then the country cannot be developed, will not be developed. So furthermore, he speak child mortality and malnutrition has been reduced, and millions of the child deaths have been prevented. The number of the child laborers in the world has been reduced by third. Make no mistake, great challenges still remain. I mean, malnutrition is reduced, and mortality and millions of the children's death has been prevented. The number of child laborers in the world has been reduced by third. Make no mistakes, great challenges still remain. Yeah, friends, the biggest crisis knocking on the door of humanity today is intolerance. Kalyan Satyarthi also speak. There is the biggest crisis. Crisis it means a great threatening is knocking at our door, because threading on the doors of humanity it means हमारे इंसानियत, हमारे goodness. Today is intolerance. आज हम लोग intolerance के form में चल रहे हैं. We have utterly failed in imparting an educations to our children, an educations that gives meaning and objective of lives and secure futures, an education that builds a sense of global citizenships among the young people. I'm afraid that the day is not far when the cumulative result is this failure will culminate is unprecedented violence that will be suicidal for humankind. Suicidals for humankind. Kalyan Satyarthi told, imparting an education to the children. We are just separating. We are just separating. I mean, children's is just cut out from the educations, and who cut out from this line? Who did it? We are. I mean, some parents and some government of the countries did such type of mistakes. That's why I mean some children is cut from this line. And after that he didn't take education. They didn't take educations. So my dear, that day is not so far, and we should afraid from such type of the situations. A cumulative result of the failure will culminate is unprecedented violence. एक समय ऐसा आएगा कि एक इंसानियत की हत्या हो सकती है, होगी, इंसानियत की हत्या होगी. यानी कि ये तो हो ही रहा है, ये कोई बाकी नहीं है, ये बात कर रहे हैं. Yet young peoples like Malala are rising up everywhere and choosing peace over violence. Tolerance over extremism and courage over fear. Solutions are not found only in the deliberation in conferences and pre- prescriptions from a distance. They lie in a small group and local organization and individuals who confront the problem everywhere, even if they remain or recognized and unknown to the world. अभी भी आप देख सकते हैं some type of the Malala are rising off everywhere and choosing peace. I mean, you will get. I mean, you will see around some youths are raising voice for the bad bills, for the bad bills against those type of the things, offensive things. They they are just destroy our ह्यूमैनिटी. कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो अभी भी क्या है कि फाइट कर रहे हैं अगेंस्ट फॉर द नॉइज एंड टर्मोइल थिंग्स एंड दे वांट टू मेकिंग अ पीस in our society, like Malala. Okay. And Kailash Satyarthi also speak, solution is not found only in a deliberations in conference, prescriptions from the distance. They lie in a small group. ये हम लोग कर सकते हैं, एक छोटा एक व्यक्ति भी शुरुआत कर सकता है. मतलब हमें anybody can start these things for a good, for the society. एक गुडनेस की ज़रूरत है. आई मीन देयर इज़ वन स्टेप्स नीड वन स्टेप्स फॉर द गुडनेस, फॉर द गुड सोसाइटी, फॉर आवर बेटर फ्यूचर. But one of them raised their foot against such evil things, and only due to these things we are back for the development of humanity. धीरे धीरे क्या है, gradually our immunity the graph of immunity is decreasing, and that's why we are facing lots of problem here. We just understand. So Kailash Satyarthi mean to say that everyone can start these things. There is no need to a large number of the group to start from this campaign and for good things. We can also start. Okay. So thank you for watching, and this is I think third and fourth video. I didn't remember, fourth video I think. So after my speech and video, you can hear the next speech of the Kailash Satyarthi. Thank you for watching.